Alright, boys and girls, let's do a quick video, man. I had to take my mother to the hospital yesterday because she went to her regular doctor for a checkup. Then the regular doctor calls her later on that day and says she wants her to go to the emergency room right away. Something about blood clotting or whatever. They can tell this from a blood test. So she goes in and they keep her overnight and they put her on all kinds of IVs and all kinds of tests. Blah, 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 start pumping her full of more drugs or this or that. The next day, the doctor comes in and says that the reason whatever is because they have her on 2-3 different kinds of pills, her regular doctor does, and that's what's messing her up. So they took her off those 3 pills, now they want to put her on other pills instead. You know, and being ignorant, instead of eating healthy and eating the correct herbs and cayenne pepper, which thins the blood and things of that nature, bladderwrack and turmeric and all these other sea moss, which is what I consume. I consume that stuff daily. Olive oil, again, cayenne pepper thins your blood naturally. Eat that daily. All the stuff that God makes, you know, that you're supposed to get into your body instead of all these drugs that these doctors and hospitals are pushing on people. Anyway, guys, you know, that's her story. Years ago, I was sitting in my lazy boy, and all of a sudden I had a pain in my side, and I doubled over, and I was thinking it was going to go away, and it never did. It got worse and worse. Finally, I drove myself to the hospital. I barely made it because I thought I was going to get out and vomit. You know, I barely made it in there. They took me in, they put me through the scanner, and they took all kinds of blood tests, and the doctor comes in 5 hours later and tells me I got diverticulitis, which is the intestines, you know, whatever, pockets that get inflamed or whatever. You know, they want to put me on meds. Next day, another doctor calls me and tells me they need to see me right away. Okay, so I get in there and he says that first doctor really doesn't know what he's talking about, but they found a mass. The better doctors that do know what they're talking about, they found a mass in my intestines, so they want me to go somewhere and have a snake shoved up my butt to have it checked out. So I did. Went in to get the snake shoved up my butt, and this doctor says that there's no mass. They found a couple polyps up in there that they snipped off. There is no mass, so this other doctor don't really know what he's talking about. But this doctor tells me that they can remove half my intestines for the diverticulitis that I have. Okay? Which I'm not going to do. So anyway, a week later, I go to my normal doctor for a checkup. He tells me they found a gallstone in my kidneys, or whatever, or kidney stone. Which explains the pain I had and why I wanted to vomit and everything else. That's exactly the symptoms of a kidney stone or a gallstone. So, long story short, I never bought the meds for the diverticulitis, and that was what, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and I have never had a problem. I do not have diverticulitis like they said, so they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Never bought meds. I don't take meds. I don't take pharmaceuticals. I don't take any of that crap. As far as I'm concerned, it's all drugs that these doctors and governments and, you know, these pharmaceutical companies are making billions of dollars on getting people addicted to drugs. A guy I used to work with, his wife was depressed. So she went in to see her doctor. They put her on lithium, 4 other pills to get her undepressed. Instead of a doctor telling her, you know what, go to the park, go for walks, get out into nature, go enjoy the trees, go enjoy the birds, go fishing, go walk on the beach to get undepressed. You know, find something to do besides sitting in your TV and watching the Satan box all day long and getting depressed sitting there watching that junk that comes over the TV. So anyway, they put her on all these pills, and this guy was telling me that all she does now is shake, and she's seeing things. Now she's addicted to it. You know, she got addicted to lithium and all these other drugs they were putting her on. This is what the doctors do. This is what the whole system is geared for. Making money, the root of all evil. It's all about getting you addicted to drugs, putting you on these pills instead of doing what God has done for you, eating the right foods, and all the herbs and spices and all that stuff that will work with your body the way God designed it to work. Things of that nature. One more story. I knew an old lady years ago, and her doctor diagnosed her with something. They gave her less than a month to live. Less than 1 month, whatever she had, I can't remember, but she had less than a month to live. She went home, instead of taking the meds they told her to take, she started eating strictly organic. No microwave, no nothing. She lived on a farm. She started growing her own food. Everything she ate was organic, and she's alive today. That was 15, 20 years ago. Okay, she went back to the doctor months later, and the doctor's like, holy crap, you know, the total whatever was there was gone. But the woman eats nothing but organic foods, no poison water. She drinks her own well water, things of that nature. Anyway, guys, that's the sum of the message today. You know, these hospitals and doctors and the money and the misdiagnosis. You hear story after story. And, you know, I had to take my mother in yesterday, and that's why I'm making this video today, and things that happened to me and whoever. All right, guys, time's running out. Peace out. Take care. God bless. Have a great day.